Hey there folks, this is going to be an update video. I know a lot of you asked for it, and ask and you shall receive. So here it is. I know a lot of you asked why I was gone, and we're going to get onto that in a little bit. But first I want to just say that it is fucking fantastic that you guys are still watching. And sorry about my language. Actually, you know what? No, I'm not sorry about my language, because sometimes it's really appropriate. Because you guys are fucking fantastic that you guys are still watching me after my long absence. And speaking of my long absence, what was I doing while I was gone? Well, it really wasn't what I was doing, it's what I wasn't doing. Because what happened was, I'm not going to go into too terribly much detail about this, was somebody in my family got very sick. It lasted a couple of months, and then they eventually passed away. I'm sure you can understand, I didn't have much time during that time period, so I just didn't have time to to pick up my microphone and my recording device and play any games. And after that was all said and done, Space Engineers had come out with their new planetary update, which you see I've started a new series on. And after I dusted off my computer and I loaded up the new planet update, I realized that my computer was woefully incapable of playing the game. At the time, I had a GTX 770, which was a very admirable card. I've pretty much stayed with NVIDIA forever. Like, my very first card, as you saw in that unboxing video, was a GeForce GTX, or I'm sorry, not GTX, GeForce MX 440, and the reason I got that video card in particular was I'm rebuilding my very first computer that I ever made, which was an AMD Socket A, and I seem to have lost my original graphics card over the years, so I bought another one off of eBay for super dirt cheap, and I'm going to be putting that in my original computer. But back to the point, my GTX 770 was not up to the task of playing the Space Engineers planets. Well, I could play Space Engineers planets, but I could not record and get a decent frame rate, because whenever you record, you drop around 10 to 15% of your frames. So I needed to have somewhere between 40 and 50 frames per second just while running the game for you guys to have a decent viewing experience. And that was just simply not capable of happening on my GTX 770. As good of a card as it was, and I really loved that card, I needed a new card. So I had to save up my money. Unfortunately, in real life, you can't just drop $600 on a brand new graphics card. That's just not how things work in the real world. So I had to save up my money a little bit, and I ended up getting after a long, lengthy bit of research, I decided to go out and get an AMD R9 390, which is, at least in my experience, an absolutely fantastic card. It's exceeded my expectations in every way possible, because I really never thought much of AMD or Radeon cards in general, but after I've had this, as you can see, it's capable of playing the game at least a decent frame rate. I mean, the game itself is still very, very unoptimized. I don't know if you are aware, but the CEO of Keen Software House, he was originally the lead developer of Space Engineers. He had a live stream recently where he was quietly and calmly flipping his shit over how terribly unoptimized this game has become ever since he stopped developing on it, because apparently he hasn't played the game in a while, and he was absolutely losing it inside. You could see how much he was restraining from actually cursing out the developers behind him for how terrible this game has become as far as optimization, because I know a lot of you would like to play planets. Oh dear, what? A lot of you would like to play planets, but if you don't have a high-end PC, you're really not going to be able to play planets at a very good frame rate at all. So after that happened, though, It's been only like 2 weeks, but a lot of good, solid updates have come out for improvements for Space Engineers. So that gave me a lot of new hope for this game, which is another reason I decided to give it another shot, was because now that I feel that they're going to give a good shot at this is really funny, at trying to re-optimize the game so everybody can play it, I feel as though that it's something that we can definitely do. And now with my R9 390, I do get a really good, I get a really good frame rate while I'm not recording, and I get an acceptable frame rate while recording. So that has all added up to why I was gone and why I am back now. If you guys have any questions, I will do my best. Either if there's a lot of questions, I'll probably do a response video in response to all your questions in the comment section below. Otherwise, if there's not that many questions, I'll just try to answer them all in the comment section below. So thank you folks for watching. Thanks for being understanding, and you guys are fucking awesome. I normally don't say stuff like that, but it's entirely and completely appropriate in this in this situation. So thank you folks for watching. Stick around, there's going to be some fun stuff to come, and I'll see you guys next time.